Okay, we're gonna start here now. So, hello everyone. My name is Kate Maish, and I am the volunteer scout in charge of today's training session. Thank you all for being willing to support mental health awareness. Carissa's Eagle Project, the Happy Crew, and the Arnold Air Society. If there is more than one person watching today's training on your screen, please type in the chat how many people are with you. Just so you're aware, Carissa will be screen recording and posting today's training. There will be quite a few people who weren't able to make it this weekend, but still wanted to learn. If you're uncomfortable with being recorded, feel free to turn your camera off. I would like to remind everyone to please be respectful to the Happy Crew and others on the call, and make sure you keep your microphones off. If your video is on, please be appropriate and respectful. And please refrain from commenting in the chat during the training unless necessary. There will be time for questions at the end. Today's training will be done by the Happy Crew and their director, Amy Mays. She has been working with teenagers for 30 years, and she believes they're the coolest people on the planet. She is passionate about destigmatizing teen mental health issues and ending teen suicide. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amy Mays from the Happy Crew.
Hey guys, this is so crazy to me to be talking to just a screen, but I know you're there. Thank you for that awesome introduction. That was very sweet. Hope you guys are all having a great Sunday. The wind is crazy, but I'm enjoying it. I am from the Happy Crew. I'm the executive director, and the following presentation has some slides that include notes from the National Suicide Prevention Hotline. If you have any questions, you can reach me at amy@thehappycrew.org, or you can go to thehappycrew.org and send a message that way. Thanks for your time. Okay, you matter, you belong. That is the number one thing we want to let every teenager know. You matter, you belong. And the suicide training is based around hopefully helping everyone be able to share that message. How to talk about suicide. 3 key pieces. Listen, learn, ask. The number one thing in conversation is to begin any conversations that you have, any sentence, if at all possible, when talking to someone else, begin with the word I and not you. If you begin with the word I, it keeps the other person's defenses down. It lets them be able to take in what you're saying. If you start with you have immediately raised their defenses up. They're saying, me, what? What do you want with me? And even if it's, you look fantastic today, they're hearing you, defenses up. Look fantastic coming down today. Their defenses are still here. But if you start and you say, I think you look fantastic today, they're listening to I think, oh, what does she think? I, fantastic, okay. Anytime that you can begin a conversation with the word I instead of you, people are going to be able to receive what you have to say. I would appreciate it if by the end of the day you could clean your room. That's something that gets said around here a bit. I would appreciate it if you could help with dinner. I really, really, really love you. Some simple things, but beginning a conversation with I is so important. the next step is to listen well. And listening well involves reflective listening. This is a skill that sounds easy, but it's clumsy, and you have to learn it and practice it. But once you get this tool in your repertoire, things will be much easier in your conversations. You want to ensure that you're hearing what your friend is saying. So if I say, man, I'm really feeling sad today, the initial response is to say, oh, bummer, you're feeling sad, let me cheer you up. No. You want to be able to say, wow, you're really feeling sad today. Yes, I'm really feeling sad today. Oh, can you tell me about sad? Man, the sadness is heavy. It's big. It's been around all week. Oh, the sadness is heavy. It's been around all week. I missed a word in there. I know I did. But then they can say, yeah, you're really understanding. They don't necessarily know what you're doing because they're just wanting you to hear them. And like I said, it feels uncomfortable. Why do you want me to repeat every word I say? The more you can repeat it, the more heard the person feels. And it's not your job to fix what's going on. It's your job to hear what they're feeling, or what they're thinking, or what they're afraid of. If you're hearing things like, I'm really tired of being here. I think life would be better without me. Anything that's raising those suicide questions, ask. Ask right away. Ask. The common misconception is that you will put the idea of suicide into their head. That's not true. What you're going to do is open a door for conversation. If you say the word suicide, then suddenly they can go, oh, you said it first. And you just say, I am really concerned about what I'm hearing. Are you considering suicide? Be that easy, be that direct, be that intentional when you're asking. You won't put the idea in someone's head. You will give them space to talk about it if they're thinking about it. Here are some signs of suicidal thoughts. These are some signs. This is not a comprehensive list. So talking about suicide or death and having no reason to live, being preoccupied with death or dying, withdrawing from friends or social activities, having a recent severe loss, especially relationship, experience drastic changes in behavior, lose interest in hobbies, work, or school. They prepare for death by making out a will unexpectedly and some final arrangements. They give away prized possessions. They may have attempted suicide before. They take unnecessary risks. They begin to be restless and impulsive. They lose interest in personal appearance. They increase their use of alcohol or drugs. They express a sense of hopelessness. They are faced with a situation of humiliation or failure. They're faced with a disciplinary crisis. They have a history of violence or hostility, and they've been unwilling to connect with potential helpers. So y'all have seen some of these things before. People may give away their I just really love this necklace, but I want to give it to you. I want you to remember me. Or they may say, gosh, I haven't taken a shower in a week and I don't care. Oh, you haven't taken a shower in a week and you don't care? Yep, I don't care. I just feel yucky. Wow, you haven't taken a shower in a week and you feel yucky. Is something else going on into there? No. Are you sure? Because I need to know. Are you thinking about suicide? These are things that make me ask the question, but I'm not putting it on you. And then they may say, oh man, no, I just don't want to take a shower, but thanks for asking. And they may say, yeah, wow, thank you. It's like you're reading my mind. Here are some thought patterns and some other things that they may be saying to you. Pardon me. I can't stop this pain. I can't think clearly. I'm having trouble making decisions. I can't see any way out of this mess. I can't sleep, eat, or work. I can't get out of this depression. I can't make the sadness go away. I can't see the possibility of change. I don't think I'm worthwhile. I can't get anybody's attention. And I can't seem to get a grip. I can't seem to get control. All these thoughts are common when we all experience them. But if someone has more than one, or they're constantly talking about them, it is absolutely okay to say, hey, these sound really big. I'm hearing you say it's painful. You can't make decisions. The depression is there. You can't make anything go away. You don't see a possibility of change, and you don't think you're worthwhile. I gotta ask, are you suicidal? Have you thought about suicide? And again, let them answer. So here's how to help. Be aware. So that's those good listening patterns. When you are reflective listening, you're going to be saying things back to them, and you're going to be able to read their face as they hear you say what they said. They're going to be like, oh, I didn't know it was that serious. Or, yeah, I'm seeing it too. Listen for the warning signs. Be available. Hey, do you want to go hang out? Do you want to go get coffee? Do you want to do something? Take a walk and talk for a bit? Be direct. Be direct. No matter what it is. If you hear somebody just suffering with sadness and depression, you can be direct and say, hey, I'm hearing a lot of sadness and depression coming out. You've said it 3 or 4 times. Tell me, what are you doing about that sadness and depression? Have you thought about how you're going to make it through this moment? I'm here to brainstorm with you. Be willing to listen to difficult feelings. Sometimes, especially when someone's close to you, if they say, man, my anxiety is off the charts, or I am so sad I've been crying for 3 days, or boy, depression, it's my best friend right now. That's hard. That's a difficult thing to hear. And our natural human response is to say, I can help, I can fix this, let's just go listen to music really loud. And whilst a little gap to gather your thoughts might be good, be willing. Be willing to listen to difficult things without jumping in. Just listen. This is when that reflective listening is so critical. Because if they're saying sad, depressed, anxious, and you just say, oh, you're having a bad day, how do they know what you're really picking up? And they may feel disregarded. Well, I'm just having a bad day. I wish I could get through to them. Reflective listen. Reflective listen. I'll probably say it in every slide. Be willing to listen to difficult feelings. Difficult things, and allow expression of feelings. Be non-judgmental. So easy, especially in relationships where you're close, or where you're maybe a parent, like I am, or at work. Come on now, you don't have anything to be sorry about, anything to be sad about, anything to be depressed about. You're just trying to get somebody to pay attention to you. Get up, get over it, and let's go. That's very judgmental kind of stuff, because we don't know. We can't step into their shoes. We can't step into their shoes. Be non-judgmental and hear things even that are hard to hear. And even if you disagree, be non-judgmental. It will keep the door open for conversation. It will make the person who's talking to you feel safe, feel valued, feel comfortable in continued sharing. Be empathetic. Man, that sounds tough. Wow. Okay. I can kind of relate here, but I can't completely relate because I'm not you. rather than sympathetic. What a bummer, you poor thing. Wow. Let me go, just, I am really sorry. See you later. If you're just sympathetic, you are not building the bridge that you want to build. Certainly there's room for sympathy. Wow, that sounds terrible. But the empathy part, where you can step in and say, I don't think I've ever experienced that, but I really want to hear what you're going through, is a game changer. Offer hope that is available. So there's a lot of hope. You can go Google online help for depression, help for anxiety, help for stress. You can say, hey, have you chatted with your doctor about this? You can say, hey, you know what? I think it'd be really cool if you saw, a therapist. I think that would be really helpful. What do you think? Are you ready to do that? Do you think that could be an option for you? You're the only one that knows, but I'm just kind of brainstorming some stuff with you here. And really try to destigmatize that whole process. So if your friend has a really bad cold and they've been coughing for a week and their throat is sore and got a fever, you're going to say, dude, I think you should go to the doctor and get checked out. And no one is going to feel odd about that at all. But if your friend is struggling with mental health issues, it is sometimes so hard for us to say, hey, go check in with somebody. I think that could be really helpful for you. You get to decide, but if you need me to help you Google a list, I'm happy to help. Take action. Take action. Do something. Do something. And there's a little bit of a tricky thing about that, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to take responsibility for their life, because they're already feeling like things are out of control. So you don't want to take any kind of control that they may have and take it for yourself. You want to leave the responsibility for their choices in their hands and encourage them that this is a moment and that they can make choice after choice after choice that will lead them down the future and to the place where they want to be. Happier, better relationships, better friendships. You and how you respond to them can help them take control and power over their lives. So here's the list of don'ts. Don't give advice and try to take control. Oh, last week I was sad, so I watched this movie and I felt really good, and then I had some ice cream and I felt even better, and then I watched another movie and sadness disappeared. That may well have worked for you, but it may not work for whoever you're talking to. Don't give advice and don't try to take control of their life. Empower them to move through the issue instead of get sucked down by it. Don't lecture. It's so easy. Don't ask why. Why would you feel sad? Oh my gosh, you're just amazing. You're the most beautiful. You're the most strong. You're the most handsome. Why? Because the minute you say why, they get really defensive. And they're like, why? I'm trying to talk to you, and already you're telling me why? Okay, never mind. Don't ask why. And don't act shocked, because this creates distance. Oh my gosh, you? They're just going to walk away. They're just going to say all the doors are shut. They're not going to feel a sense of hope. Then they may very well feel bad that they shocked and surprised you. And I know that's not where you want to go with this. And last, do not ever be sworn to secrecy. Ever, ever, ever. Don't be sworn to secrecy. We have a thing at the Happy Crew. I leave that here, but we have this thing where if anybody mentions suicide, we take it seriously. Even if somebody is like walking around and, oh, I had the worst day, I wish I could just die. What did you just say? Did you just say you wish you could die? Yeah, no, it's not going to fly. If you're feeling like that, I'm here and we're going to talk about it, but don't throw it around. Because there are people that are really struggling with that, and you can't just throw it around. And the kids here have gotten really good at holding each other accountable for that. And if somebody mentions suicide, even just, like, yeah, suicide, maybe, don't keep it a secret. Tell their parents. Tell the school. Tell an adult. Get help. It's too big for one person to handle on their own. Everyone needs to come around and support that person and help them regain control of their life. So, a better way to look at this is do listen and let them brainstorm. Do keep conversation going. Do let them talk to you. Do stay open. And do tell if they ask you to keep it a secret. Always take suicidal thoughts or speech seriously. Always. Always. Even if you're afraid, I'm going to look like a fool. Look like a fool. Look like a fool. I'd rather look like a fool and have someone be angry with me for saying something than be crying because I didn't do something. Always take suicidal thoughts or speech seriously. And when you're doing that reflective listening, you may actually help the person hear because you're saying it right back to them. So they're hearing their own inner thoughts that maybe they haven't paid a lot of attention to. They may hear what they're saying and go, you know what? No, I'm not suicidal, but I am really, really sad. And I do want to find hope. And I do want to get through this pain. And I do value you for listening to me. How are we doing so far? Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Listen in order to love. Listen in order to love. You may feel like I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but this is the key. Be present. Stay in the conversation. Keep repeating back until they really feel heard. Ask them, am I really picking up what you're putting down? Am I really getting it? Do you feel like I've heard your heart? Do you feel safe here? I want, see how easy it is to use you? I want you to feel safe here. Are you feeling safe? I want to keep hearing you. Is there anything else you'd like to say? Even then, you got to really train yourself to start the sentence with I. Reflective listening is crucial. Empathize. Try to see the world through their eyes. Wow, you know what? That is tough. Your parents are fighting. You have to go to your room and shut the door, and you feel afraid. I think I'd feel the same way if I was you. Be non-judgmental and communicate acceptance. Communicate acceptance. That's what they need. That's what we all need, right? I need to know I'm accepted. I bet you do too. We all, any conversation that you have where you're trying to love someone better, if you're present, if you're reflective listening, if you're empathizing, if you're refraining from judgment, and if you are communicating acceptance, you are going to begin to create these intimate relationships where people feel safe with you. Find a support system. Support their decision to seek help. Yes, do it. I think that's awesome. You are brave to go for support. I think that's the best idea ever. Get connected. Maybe there's a club at school. Maybe there's an outside group, Young Life Youth Group, Rec Center programs, Happy Crew, or the Scouts. Find online resources. TWLOHA, To Write Love on Her Arms, is a fantastic resource. They have things in every state. They have tuition or scholarships for people who need mental health therapy but can't afford it. They put out just excellent, encouraging things every day to write love on her arms. TWLOHA. Awesome resource. NAMI, the National Association for Mental, and I forgot what the I's for, .org. Again, all about mental health, all kinds of ideas on their website, all kinds. And then, if you would like to take an additional training, which I highly recommend, that livingworks.net provides an absolutely awesome, authentic, not cheesy 1-hour training that will allow you to practice your prevention skills. It's $30, but I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. I learned so much. I really highly recommend livingworks.net. Phone numbers. Suicide Prevention Hotline, 800-273-8255. Colorado Crisis Services, text TALK to 38255. Crisis text line, text HOME to 741-741. Stay connected with whoever is sharing with you. Make face-to-face live connection. Make time. Time says so much. 15 minutes of face-to-face communication is better than an hour on the phone, in my opinion. Face-to-face. Make time. Hey, I could see you at lunch for 20 minutes. Will that work for you? Let's have coffee after school. You know what? Instead of family dinner tonight, how about you and I go out and just be together and chat? Next, make the phone call. All right, if you can't possibly do face-to-face, make the phone call. Stay on the phone, active listening. Send encouraging texts. Send over some great stuff you found on social media that's encouraging and positive. Write a note and send it snail mail. There's still something awesome and magical about getting a letter in the mail. Aim for growth, not perfection. This journey that you are on when you are walking with someone who is making it through, who is sad and depressed and even suicidal, always aim for growth and not perfection. So you want to say, this is a moment. This is a moment, and we can make it through this moment to the next moment. This is not your forever. This is a moment in time. This is a moment in time. And some moments in time are a real bummer. It's true. We live in the world. There are moments in time that are a drag and that hurt like crazy. But it's a moment. Sometimes when I'm talking to kids, I'll say, have you ever driven from Colorado to California? I know that's kind of wild, but if you've driven from Colorado to California, there are beautiful, breathtaking views, and there are some views that make you go, oh my goodness, this trip is never going to end. If you're in Barstow, California, and it's all brown all around you, and you see no hope in sight, you stay in the car, you stay driving, because you know you're going to the ocean, or to see family, or to go see the Golden Gate Bridge. You stay in the car because of your destination, not just because you have to get through the moment you're in. You have to drive through those dry, boring spots to get to the glorious beach at the end. It's just like that with life. And I say to kids, baby, you are in your desert, and that's okay, because we're going to keep driving. Keep driving. Go to your destination. What do you want? I want to feel better. I want better relationships with my friends. I want a better relationship with my parents. Okay, there's hope for all of that. There is hope for all of that. What choice are you going to make today to have a better relationship? Maybe it starts a better relationship with yourself. Another big thing is that when someone says, I am so sad, remind them. You are you, and you are feeling sad. Just because you're feeling something doesn't make it your identity. It doesn't make it your identity. You are this fantastic, awesome person with intrinsic gifts. And you can help kind of pull those intrinsic gifts out. I know that you are kind. I know that you are smart. I know that you have a way in the world that no one else does. So that's who you are. And yes, this feeling of depression is trying to sit on your lap, but you tell it can only sit next to you because you are you. And this feeling is pressing in on you. And it's there. And we just have to acknowledge that it's there. But it's a moment. It's a moment in time. It's a moment in time. And I will hold your hand, and I will walk with you, and we will keep each other accountable to our choices. Last thing before we get to these is that if your friend says, I am suicidal, and if they have a plan, and then if they have access to their plan and a timeline, at any one of those, if they are suicidal and they have a plan, you need to get somebody involved immediately. If they have a plan and access to their plan and a timeline, you need to call 911. They'll figure it out when they get there. It'll be okay. Do not handle this by yourself. These are great tools that we've just talked about, but there are times when you need to get doctors involved, when you need to get parents involved, when you need to go and have an extended stay somewhere until you can get everything working back so that you can make strong choices. Don't be afraid to involve the professionals on that level to save a life. That's why they're there, and they love to save lives, and they are going to come alongside and be all these things. So, breathe. This is just a chapter, not the whole story. Never give up. There's no such thing as an ending, just a new beginning of another chapter. You are gold. Baby, you are solid gold. Don't limit your challenges, challenge your limits. And remember, if you're afraid you're going to fall, you're going to fly. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I hope it made sense. And now I'm open for questions if there are any.
I don't have any questions, but I just have a comment.
Okay.
That was phenomenal.
Oh, gosh.
You said some things that are just quotes that I just wrote down for everyday life that, I just feel so empowered. I have so many tools now to be able to help people around me. And you just said so many amazing things that I just couldn't write fast enough.
Oh, my God. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Did I totally screw everything up?
Nope. Thanks for all your help. This was excellent.
All right, you guys. Amy at thehappycrew.org. Do you have any questions? Do you have anything that I can give you further tools for or point you towards books? Email me. Okay. Carissa, everything good?
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh, thanks for spending time with us, guys.
Well, thanks for giving us the opportunity.
Yeah, it's good. I love it. I love talking about this stuff. So thank you. It's an honor.
Okay, that was an excellent training, Amy. I thank you for your time and your information. You guys mentioned that this is going to be recorded. I had hoped to get some co-workers on here, but being a Sunday, it was hard for me to encourage that. But I would like to recommend this training. So if you guys could provide a link, how we could get back to this recording, so that way we can share it with others.
So the link to this recording will be able to be found on the Facebook page and will also be posted on the website, projectneveralone.org.
Thank you, Carissa, and good luck with your Eagle Scout project. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for taking the time to learn about how to help your friends, family, and peers get the help they may need. We really appreciate all that you have done to support mental health awareness. Carissa's Eagle Project, the Happy Crew, and the Arnold Air Society. The website and Facebook page will continue to be available, and today's training has been re-recorded and will be posted to both sites at the end of the day tomorrow. The website is projectneveralone.org, and Facebook is at Project Never Alone. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about today's training, please visit the website or Facebook page, and Carissa's information is available there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kate. Thank you, Carissa. I am signing out.